Las Vegas is known for chaos, casinos, and crowds. But what if I told you that there was a 5-star luxury resort right in the middle of it all? This is the Four Seasons Las Vegas. This is a hidden oasis, non-gaming, non-casino hotel right inside of Mandalay Bay. And today we're gonna step inside and give you a look. Four Seasons has its own entrance, so its own valet, taxi area, Uber drop-off, and they also have car service. So if you are wanting to go anywhere up and down the strip, they do have a house car that's complimentary. It will take you within a 3-mile radius, but you will have to find your way back. It only drops you off. Four Seasons has its own pool within the Mandalay Bay pool complex. You do have to be a guest to come into this pool, but as a guest you can also go over to the Mandalay Bay pools, but they can't come over here. So when you come in here, they're gonna ask you for your room number, they're gonna get you set up with some lounge chairs and put your towels out, and they even bring you a pitcher of ice water and some cups for you. And they're walking around, and I've gotten 2 popsicles already. They're just handing out little snacks, and so during the day while you're here you can get some little snacks, but you can also order drinks and food. Expect to pay $25 to $35 for a cocktail and about $15 for a beer, and they have a whole variety of food options. So it's a little kind of a smaller pool area, but it's super comfy, very nice cushion chairs. They do have some cabanas that you can rent as well. It's just a more upscale, kind of quieter, luxurious pool setting. You can just grab a drink at the bar, but the staff to guest ratio was crazy high, so you won't have any problem finding somebody to take your order. They had sunscreen out there for you. They have accommodations for dogs, so a water bowl and a little doggy bed. I've never seen that before. That was so cute. And of course, you do have access to the Mandalay Bay pools, like I said. So they have the beach pool. This is great if you're gonna have the kids with you to come and splash in some waves. And they also have a lazy river, which there aren't very many lazy rivers in Las Vegas, so this is a lot of fun. You can bring your inner tubes here, blow them up, and they have actual sand like you're at the beach, so this is just a different experience. When you come down that guest elevators to the lobby level, the pool entrance is right there, so it is a very quick and easy walk to the pool. I will say the one con about this property is that these elevators take forever. They're only servicing 5 floors, but I felt like we were just waiting so long for elevators our whole time here. We have stayed at Mandalay Bay and the W so many times, and I had no idea that there was a steakhouse by Michael Mina inside of the Four Seasons. So right tucked away inside of the complex here. So this is a great option if you're staying at Mandalay Bay or the W. You do not have to be a guest to eat at the restaurants here. We didn't actually come for dinner, we came to the lounge. So the lounge opens up a little bit earlier than they open the rest of the restaurant for dinner, and you can go into the lounge area. It's just the bar basically, and you can order drinks and you can order from a smaller, more curated menu. It's kind of like a happy hour menu, but it's not called happy hour. So they have smaller bites and just a different option for you if you don't want to have a full dinner. So this was perfect before a night out if you don't want to have a heavy meal. I got this amazing pistachio espresso martini. We ordered steak frites, except instead of the fries, we got some Brussels sprouts on the side, delicious. And I also got some hamachi tostadas, little tiny like wontons with hamachi on top of it. So, so good. And here is that lounge menu that I talked about. They have a beautiful lobby here. The check-in desk is always fully staffed, so you won't have to wait in line for anything. And I thought this was so cute, but there's Mercedes, kind of like a little G-Wagon full of stuff for the kids. And you just walk down the hallway, you're gonna pass the spa and a nail bar. There's gonna be artwork on the walls that they have curated by different artists throughout the year. And you come to your guest elevators. It's very convenient to get up to your room from the lobby. Four Seasons occupies the top 5 floors of the Mandalay Bay Tower. There are 424 rooms, 81 of them are suites. We're staying in a 1-bedroom suite. These are 1,100 square feet, and we're gonna show you around this place. So starting off when you come in the door, you come into this foyer. There's a little bit of artwork and some shelving on the side, but a great thing about this room is that you do have a second bathroom. It's a nice powder room, but actually pretty big size. You've got a sink, and then the toilet's in this little separate area. There's no door, but it has a little bit of separation. And then from the foyer, you come into the living room area. And it is a huge living room. I mean, again, it's 1,100 square feet, so it's the size of a smaller house. It's pretty big here. So you do have the mini bar. Mini bar over here, there's no like empty refrigerator. The only refrigerator that they have in here actually has stuff in there. You don't want to touch it. It is sensory activated, but you have all of the things. You do have a Lavazza coffee maker, and these little coffee pods are included, so you can take advantage of that. Now, over in the seating area, one cool thing is that this is actually a sleeper sofa. So if you're going to bring the kids, this is a great place for them to come hang out because the other room just has a king bed in it. So obviously you have some chairs, coffee table, but plenty of seating if you're gonna have some people over, and a little dining area. Well, Four Seasons does give you a little box of chocolates when you check in. Oops. And I still have a couple left. Little cute little chocolates. They're so good. That one has caramel. I'll finish it later. The TVs in this room, huge. They're like 70-inch TVs probably. Some storage down here, good size. And coming into the bedroom area, really large king bed that is so comfortable. Like, you know that they actually put money into the mattress and the bedding. Mattress is super comfortable. The thread count on the sheets has to be very high because they are like thick, good stuff. And then coming over here, you have your dresser area. Again, another humongous TV, just humongous. A nice little like chaise lounge sofa. So a nice little seating area, some benches that are over by the bed, at the head of the bed, or the end of the bed, I should say. And another kind of cool thing is you have a Bose speaker on this side. And on the other side, you have a charging pad, but you also have a noise machine. So if you want to have some kind of like white noise, you can play that to help you get some rest. Which you may need a little white noise. I would say that the noise level in this room, like you don't hear anything in the hallways, you don't really hear anything like room to room, but I did hear some airplanes. We are right across the street from the airport, so you'll hear some airplanes coming in, landing, and taking off. So the white noise machine is a little helpful. Also, one thing to point out is that the curtains have a nice overlap. They overlap by about a foot or so. So you know sometimes you stay in hotels and the light kind of peeks through, so you're trying to sleep in the morning, it's kind of hard to do. There's such good overlap on those curtains, it's gonna stay nice and dark in here. Okay, coming over in this direction, you have a nice full-length mirror. There are so many closets in here. You do have a steamer. So there is actually no iron and ironing board in here. You need a steamer, your slippers are in here, your laundry bags and so forth, but a lot of storage space for all your stuff. There was also over at the entryway, like a little coat closet, but like this huge dressing area. I actually kind of wish that this dressing area maybe was a little bit smaller, and instead of that, they put a little bit more room into the bathroom. The bathroom is very nice, but it's just not as big as I would hope for a luxury hotel. Single sink here, so not your double. You do have a bathtub shower, so it's not like you have just a shower. So you do have your bathtub, it's just like a soaking tub, but the shower's pretty small, so kind of a tight squeeze in there. I will say though that the pressure in the shower is excellent, 5 out of 5. Flushing power is excellent, 5 out of 5. And you also have a separate little room for your toilet, so you do have that separation. But I feel like this could have been a little bit bigger. Toiletries are also very good. We did take the black light and inspect the bedding, and as I would hope for a Four Seasons, we didn't find anything. It was very, very clean. So we took a look at the outer bedding and the pillows just to make sure that there was no nastiness on any of the things. And then after we looked at that, we took apart the bedding and looked at the sheets themselves, because this is where we're actually going to be putting our bodies. And again, it was absolutely spotless. And we did go into the bathroom to take a look at that as well. And honestly, we didn't find anything in here either. Everything was immaculately clean. A lot of times we might find some spots in bathtubs just because it's hard to get everything, but this is probably one of the cleanest bathtubs that we have seen. And the same went for the shower. Really didn't find anything in here at all. No spots, very clean. There were just a lot of little details that housekeeping paid attention to, like the toiletries there that you saw. They were all facing the correct direction. And of course the toilet was clean. So this was very good to report, A+ for cleaning. So what are you gonna expect to pay here? You're gonna pay a lot of money. Expect to pay around $500 to $600 for a basic room per night. And these suites, we were looking at them and they can go for about $1,400 some nights. But this is a very luxurious hotel, and so I would expect that I'm going to pay a little bit more money for this than I'm going to pay elsewhere in Las Vegas. Overall, beautiful room, beautiful aesthetic with kind of the blues and the grays, neutral colors. I really enjoy this room. We're enjoying ourselves here. We came to Veranda for breakfast. It's kind of like brunch here. They have a buffet. It's $57, and it's a nice little spread. It's not huge like one of your mainstream casino hotel buffets, but they have like a lot of good-looking options. Let me go show you what they have. So I got these freshly made donuts. I was walking over there and I looked outside towards the pool and they were making fresh donuts. I had to get a couple to try. Got some like bacon, eggs, and potatoes, but I also got this birria bao, some corned beef hash. This came in this cute little skillet, and a little pork and shrimp dumplings. I'm kind of curious to try these different things because you know this is gonna be just normal eggs and bacon. You got the sweetness of the bao bun, and it tastes like good, fresh like birria. Not spicy though, but just that good flavor that you would expect with birria. Okay, so this corned beef hash, it looks like it has a little crispy, I don't know what you would call them. They're not hash browns, but some kind of like crispy little wonton things. It's really good. Very well seasoned. Oh, it's very well seasoned and just a nice consistency. And yeah, I don't know what those things are. Maybe it's just cheese that's been kind of fried up. Really good. All right. I didn't see any chopsticks over there. I'm just gonna cut this dumpling. Like really good flavor. Not very shrimpy. I was thinking it might be a little too seafoody. All right, so they had different like dips that you could put these donuts in. Cinnamon sugar. Oh wow. So fresh tasting. Oh. He's literally frying them up right there. Powdered sugar. Wow. Anyway, what a great idea. A little on the pricey side, but you are at the Four Seasons, so. Or you can just get something a la carte. They do have an a la carte menu. press has coffee in the morning, and on the other side there's a bar, and they serve food in the evenings inside and out on the patio. When you're on the elevators and you're coming down, you can get off in the lobby, which is a floor below the casino, or you can get off on the casino level. So you can actually get right into the Mandalay Bay Casino. Just go out this door. Come around the corner and head over there, and there's the casino. Inside of the spa, you're going to find a decent sized fitness center. You have all your cardio, weight equipment, just dumbbells, so you can get a good workout in. But I love that they had, in addition to just having waters, they have fruit. You had earphones available to you. They had a little area where they had some infused water and paleo bars. So very cool for a hotel gym. Now again, this is inside of the spa. We weren't able to get footage of the spa itself, but of course it's Four Seasons, so they're going to have a fabulous spa. Aside from that, there's also a nail bar that is separate from the spa. I think that the Four Seasons is good for somebody who, well, first of all, has the money to spend on a place like this, because this is not going to be a cheap stay. But number two, has an expectation for a very high level of service. They have a concierge service that will basically do everything for you, help you hook up your restaurant reservations, your experiences throughout Las Vegas, and they will reach out to you before your stay to make sure that they can accommodate your needs. And third, if you are looking to get some relaxation, some peace and quiet outside of the hustle and bustle of Las Vegas, but then easily be able to access it by just going down to the casino, then this could be a great option for you. I loved the quiet pool and not having to deal with crowds and crowds of people and trying to look for a lounge chair and not having somebody come by to take your drink order. There are so many staff members that are available to help you throughout the day wherever you are. It's just not the kind of experience that you're going to get with most Las Vegas hotels. So this is definitely a step up. You have rooms that are very luxurious, but still residential feeling, if that makes sense. Like our room kind of looked like a small little apartment in a way. It was very kind of classy elegance, but with a residential feel. So I think that this is a place that you can come if you want to just relax, get away from it all. You have the money to spend. You're looking for something a little different in Las Vegas. So let us know what you think about the Four Seasons. Have you stayed here? Would you ever stay here if you had the budget? And overall, what are your thoughts? We'd love to hear it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.